There we go. Yes, now we can hear. Okay, great to be with you guys. Let's run that again. Dante here with the Overskill team for our very first Overskill Live. I'm fired up to be here with you guys. There we go. Now we can hear. Here we go. So good to be with you guys. Hey, check in the chat with me. You guys should be able to see in this browser window right now, you should be able to see a chat on the right hand side. Everybody can get in there. You don't have to create any crazy profiles. Just give us the display name that you would like to be displayed as, and then the email that you're going to use. All right. I can see a bunch of you already in there. So cool. So cool. Awesome, guys. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. I'm fired up for this. I really am. I really am. I want you guys to know the purpose of this session and other sessions going forward. All right. What are we doing together? Why are you going to join these? Why are you going to continue to join these? You guys are our founders. You guys are the people here on the ground floor. You guys are the people that are working with us as we're building the software, getting it perfect, getting it right, and then having you guys test and then getting it more perfect than that. And we just love you. We love our founders, our boots on the ground people. And I'm excited to be able to work with you guys for the next decade. I really, truly am. So a big part of this session is I'm going to want to get to know you guys. All right. The chat is flying and I love that. You keep talking, keep telling me all about it. But I'm going to share over the next 90 days. I have a 90-day plan for us and for this. And I firmly believe that a rising tide raises all ships. So I want all of us to grow together. I don't want anybody to be left behind. I have a really cool 90-day plan where I'm going to give you guys tons and tons and tons. But for today, what I really want is to get to know you a little bit. I want to get to know why you're here, what drives you, what are you hoping to accomplish. But to start it out, I think the main thing I want to know is, how did you get here? There's a couple different ways I think everybody could have gotten here. You might have gotten here from Russell, or maybe something he's doing in his Prime Mover program. You might have gotten here through Todd. You might have gotten here through naturally trying to find a solution to your problems, and Google pulled us up and you got on a wait list, right? There's so many ways. You might have met us on a plane, Edward, like last week. We met somebody on a plane going to an event, and they were a user themselves. So there's so many different ways that you might have met us or come into contact with us or gotten here today. That's so cool to see you guys in the chat. I'm loving this. There's so many ways that you could have gotten here today. So let me see if I can pull up there we are. I have a quick survey I'm going to share with you right now. Bingo. Let's launch that. See if it goes. That would be so cool. We shall see. I'm going to try. Oh, look at you guys already in the chat. This is going to be so fun. Just so you guys know, this whole page that we're interacting with right now, this entire display page, the whole thing was built on Overskill. I'm fired up about this. And I'm just going to be excited. What am I going to do, gang? Like, am I going to sit here and try and not be excited about the cool things that we did? I'm a technical numbskull, even still today. I truly am. I don't know databases or servers or any of that. I don't know what any of this technical back-end stuff means, but I feel more powerful today than I did 10 years ago. So this entire page, the chat, the video streaming, the whole thing that you're seeing, connecting to YouTube, I have a whole back-end admin system that I'll show you guys in just a minute. I built this whole thing in under 2 days. I had a talk with Todd yesterday about Overskill, about how cool it would be if I could start helping people, building publicly, doing things. And he was like, I would love for you to do that. I said, great. And I just built this so that I could do the thing in hours without needing anything. No tech, no nothing. No nothing, gang. It did. It built my background. It built everything. Every single thing that you guys see here right now, it built it for me. And I'm excited to show you guys how. That's a big thing that I want to give you in these lives going forward. Now, today, you guys get to be on the ground floor. You're on the ground floor with us, so I want to serve you at the ground floor. And what that really means to me is, like, we do this all the time, constantly. Overskill is a huge part of our lives. In case you don't know me, my name's Dante Torelli. I'm the principal coach at ClickFunnels. I've been the principal coach for I don't know how long. I've been working at ClickFunnels for I think 9 years at this point. I've been working here. Gosh, I don't even remember anymore at this point, gang. It's crazy. Here's my thing. If you don't know me, my name is Dante Torelli, and I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal dude. I read a book 10 years ago. That's it. Of course, that book happened to be .com Secrets. That led me into Russell's World. From there, everything has changed, and I've been able to help a ton of people. I don't even know how to quantify the number at this point. One of the things I've been able to do really well over the years is to take high-level information, high-level tactics, high-level strategies, and high-level concepts that might be new to people, like a funnel concept, a page-by-page process with automations and logic built throughout to take a customer from attention to conversion, right? Taking that sentence and making it simple so people actually understand, not only understand, they've been able to make actionable impact. Like, how many times do we go somewhere and we hear these cool things, but then we don't know how to do that at all? Over the years, I've been able to really help people create roadmaps and success paths so that the work they do is actually actionable towards getting them towards the goal they want to accomplish. And I really want to do the same thing with you guys here. I really want to do that here for the next decade with you guys. I want to help you solve problems. I want to help you come up with plans and solutions to those problems and the actual steps that you're going to take to hit those goals. So I'm really excited to do it with Overskill. Yes, ClickFunnels is still a massive focus of mine and everybody here, but so is Overskill. We're in there building every single day. We have a lot of best practices. We have a lot of ways that we would like for you guys to do things, and it's what we're finding by doing the things. And also, Overskill changes every single day. If you guys don't know how Overskill is working, Todd Dickerson is building Overskill. Not a team, not anybody else. Todd Dickerson is building Overskill. He has all sorts of bots and AI set up that allow him to build at a level that we have never seen before, and he's doing all of this. And what that really means for you guys is Overskill changes daily. It gets better and better and better and faster and cleaner, and it's just an awesome experience. And I don't want anybody to ever feel overwhelmed about that. I saw somebody in the chat earlier. They said, this is my first time getting into Overskill. I'm a little nervous. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Nobody needs to be nervous. I'm going to help you all learn how this world works and how to work this world the best for you based off the mistakes that I've made along the way. I'm going to be unbelievably honest with you guys about the problems that I've had, the things that I've done that I was doing wrong, and the revelations I had along the way. So every single day, you guys are just getting better and bigger and faster and stronger because the potential is crazy. The potential is absolutely insane here with Overskill. A quick example of that, I was in Boise a couple weeks ago. I don't remember. Everything is meshing together nowadays. But I was in Boise a couple weeks ago with the team, and we held a small event for a select few groups of people. And in there, we shared Overskill with them and helped them start building their first apps. It was awesome, gang. It was awesome to see. First off, everybody was building successful apps within the hour. That was really cool. If you guys were in that room, let us know in the chat. What did you think of that? How was that experience for you? But it was so cool. There was a girl there named Erin, and Erin built an app to help her and her husband's business. It was to help them with clients and sourcing information so they could run their client calls and one-on-ones even better, even faster. So she makes this app. She sends it to her husband. Her husband uses the app, uses their new software that they just created. He uses it in the moment for a current client that they had. In that moment, the client saw what they did and how they did it and said, that is amazing. I need that for my business. Can I pay you to make that for me? Within an hour of having the software, within an hour of having Overskill, she built an app that was making better her systems and processes in her business and opened up an entire new revenue stream, an entire new profit center to her business, where she's just redoing this app over and over for the clients that she has, taking her existing client base and turning that into immediate fast cash. It's a really simple strategy. It's a really simple thing that all of us here can do today. So I'm really excited to talk to all of you guys forever about Overskill, what's working right now as this grows, as we have more examples of use case, what's working right now, because I'm curious how many of you, if this is you, put a 1 in the chat. If this is not you, put a 2 in the chat for me. How many of you are seeing the AI revolution? How many of you are like, we're seeing the world move right now. We're seeing the gold rush in real time. We're seeing the .com boom. Should my business have a website? We're seeing it all in real time right now. The ClickFunnels revolution, the last decade, everything in business being about you need a sales funnel. That whole way, we're seeing it again. We're seeing this happen again right now. So 1 in the chat if this is you, 2 in the chat if this is not you. If you're the person seeing the wave right now and saying, I don't quite know how I'm going to ride this wave right now, but I will not let this one pass me by. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I do know that I'm going to leverage AI in 2026 and beyond. I'm going to use it to collect customers and make a product that I can actually sell and collect cash. 1, if that's you. 2, if that's not you. This is so cool. I want to read some names too, because I want to get to know you guys. I want to get to know your businesses. I want to get to know your customers. We're going to be able to have so much fun every single day. And I haven't even shared with you, thank you, Robertson. I haven't even shared with you exactly what these sessions are. Stick with me. There's so much more to come. Also, stick with me. If you don't have an Overskill account, I'm going to have a code that I share with you guys at the end. It's going to let you straight into Overskill. All right. It's going to bring you straight in. You're going to bypass any sort of fees at the beginning, and we're going to give you some credits. It's not going to be like a crazy amount of credits, but we're going to give you credits so you can start playing around. You can start trying things. You can start doing what I did here today, what we're going to do here today is I'm probably going to build an app with you live, show you guys how to get started, but I'm really going to walk you guys through Overskill and how it works. So let me read some names. Let me get to know you guys a little bit in the chat. We have Miko and Tommy and Laura and Gordon. Don't tell me about you or your business yet. I'm going to ask for that in just a minute here. I do want to get to know you guys. We also have Terry and Donna, and Elvira and Asha and Joseline. Sorry, I'm terrible with cultured names. I have one, but I'm terrible at them. Mark and Amy, Shade, Craig, Marcus, Susan in the house. Good to see you, Susan. If you guys don't know, Susan is going to be a great resource for all of you. She's amazing at her job and loves what she does. Tim in the house. Good to see you. Lance, Cindy. We have Clayton. This is great, gang. Deborah, Brian, John. I believe it's Jetty, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I know you, Jetty. Good to see you. John, Barry, Jeffrey, Liz, Camille, Leopold. Leopold is a strong name. That's nice. Gordon. Rachel is here. This is so cool. And I'm looking through too. Tons of ones. Tons of ones. And I see tons of 2s too. 2 for that question, right? Does 1 describe you? 2 does not. The question was being, do you see the wave happening? And maybe you don't yet know how you're going to ride the wave, but you know for sure I'm riding the wave. I will not let this one pass me by. It's not happening this time. A ton of 1s in that, a ton of true. Gang, we're going to do it. We're going to do it together. We are going to do it together. I bet if I think I saw Todd in the chat, so I'll put him on blast right now. I bet I can even convince Todd to come on sometimes and talk about software as it's been in the last decade. Some really great frameworks that we can still follow today, and some ways that software has changed in the last decade and going forward, and how we can make sure that we stay ahead of that. If I had to guess, I bet I could even bug Russell enough to get him here. Actually, nay, I bet, gang, I bet that we can make such a fun show, and I bet that we can make so much waves and so much action in this world that Russell is going to ask to be here. So we're going to be able to leverage our experts, gang. That's what I'm so excited about. Yes, I know a lot. Yes, I'm going to be able to help you. And yes, I'm super excited to do that. But it's not just me. We get Russell, we get Todd. And I'm going to be sharing all of that with you guys in these streams. So what I was saying before I went off on a tangent there is, as Overskill is updating, as there's new things, features, availability, new tactics, new technique that you can run inside the software, we're going to be sharing all those with you here. Not even just sharing, showing. And I love these showing formats. I know as a presenter, it puts me against a wall. It's much more difficult for me to do my thing, but I love showing exactly what I'm doing. I want to make these in a way that you guys can follow along with me. You can do the thing with me. Right, and do it confidently, because I think a lot of times when we're scared to click and we're scared to do it, it's just because we don't know what's fully going to happen. And I remember those days like it was yesterday. I still kind of am in those days. But we're going to share all that with you. So the next big thing I want to share about this Overskill Live. These are going to be close to daily. I have a crazy schedule right now. And in case you guys don't know, we're having our third child in like 28 days next month, around the 17th, something like that. So I have a crazy schedule now with a lot of presentations, and also knowing that our child is coming. That's going to be 2 weeks that I'm just not here at all. I am already kind of thinking about ways that we can still do streams throughout those 2 weeks. So I don't know. I can't promise these will be actually everyday live, but they're going to be very, very close. And if I can get them to every single day live, we 100% are doing daily lives, because not only are we going to walk you through Overskill, not only am I going to share everything with you, I want to give so much to everybody here. So here's what I want to do. We're going to get to know each other in this session. I'm going to get to know your business, your customer, the things that you need right now. And guess what? I'm going to start building those solutions for you over the next 90 days. I have right now, it's a rough plan, but I have about 90 apps over the next 90 days that I can build for you guys, for everybody here, so that you can then take these apps and put them inside of your account. Don't take 20,000 credits building an awesome app. Let me do that, gang. I'm going to spend my credits, I'm going to spend my time, and I'm going to show you exactly how to build the things that you need in your business. After I built it, I'm going to give it to you totally for free, and you do with it what you please. Maybe you want to take it and turn it into your business. I'm going to sell this thing to people. Maybe you want to take that and you just want to use it for yourself, right? This would make my life so much easier. This would automate a lot of parts of my life and some processes that are manual for me right now that I don't need. Take it, use it. Maybe you want to take that thing and beef it up, add more to it, make it more functional, make it more specific for use cases and dream customers of yours, and take that thing that I use my credits to build, make it amazing, and launch it as a business. You can do anything that you need, anything that you want. That it's so cool to look at the world. It's so cool to look at the next 10 years. I know there's a lot of doom and gloom out there, and to some of the doom and gloom, there's validity, right? We're definitely going down a path that seems very rocky and seems like a lot of things could easily go wrong. So I get that whole side of the conversation, and I hear it, and I don't diminish it. But me, I feel powerful. I feel unbelievably powerful, that I can build things every single day in the moment without being technical, without being a datactician, or whatever the actual word is for those people. I don't have to. I have power at my fingertips every single time. And it's the best power. It is the fastest power I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm going to show you guys all that, but over the next 90 days, I'm going to build tons and tons and tons and tons of apps for you guys. So you're going to get better at building apps, and you're going to leave with resources that are going to help you. For instance, how many of you are using Calendly in your business right now? Type Calendly in the chat if you guys are using your business. And I'm catching up. You guys were so fun. You guys were so fun. We're going to start talking in just a quick minute here when I get caught up on chat, because I have questions for you guys. What's up, everybody? There's so many friends in here, so many names that I know. Good to see you all. New names, too. If it's your first time we're speaking together again and meet, what a pleasure it is to meet you, truly. We'll meet in real life, and you will get to see that real life in person. Nice, gang. This is awesome. Jose's vibe coding right now. I love that. This is awesome. Yeah, so ton of you. There we go. Ton of you are using Calendly. Yeah, ton of you. So gang, we're going to build a new Calendly. How of you who has Calendly, how many of you have a feature request into Calendly right now for it to do something different? How many of you need Calendly to act differently than it naturally acts right now for something specific in your business? If you have that, type different. If you would like to see Calendly do something different or do it in a different way than it currently does it today. You're not wrong, Shade. You're not wrong. Susan did have a feature request in. Yeah, tons of different. That is what we're going to build. And that's one of the revelations that I hope to share with you guys over the next, I keep saying 90 days because so far I've really only created a 90-day plan with you guys. 90 days where every single day I can do these and provide value, and you can join along, and every single day you're going to grow and progress and get better. So I keep saying 90 days, but when I say 90 days in my brain, I'm seeing the next decade is what I'm seeing. So when I say 90 days, I hope you instead just hear 10 years. Because this is the future. How we work, how we do all this, 1,000,000% is our future. So ton of you are using Calendly. I forgot who it was. They just said they were vibe coding. Another question for you guys. Are you currently vibe coding? 1 for yes, 2 for no. If one, with who? What system, what software, what tool do you use to vibe code right now? Cool. So far, 1s and 2s. The 1s are all on Overskill. Nice. Clayton's on Claude. Cool. Oh, yeah. Hey, gang. By the way, super important. I think we get to know each other on this. When I ask you questions, I promise you I'm not looking to have my ego stroked. When I ask you things like this, I promise this is not a way for me to say, are you using Overskill? At the end of the day, I want to advise you to use the best thing for your specific system or setup. For some of you, that may be Claude Code. Some of you, you may know database structure really well. Some of you may think of an app idea and you may see the back end scaffolding. You may see the tech. Some of you may be developers. You may be a classically trained developer who actually knows what all of that is. And at the end of the day, for some of you, it may be better for you to use Claude Code. For some of you, it might not. And we'll get into that. Like, for instance, I have a friend, really good friend, great human being, pillar in the community, just one of those really good people that everybody roots for. Everybody wants to see them win. He has a really cool business. He's a super cool business where he helps athletes, and he started creating, using Claude Code, he started creating his own little spin-off apps, quick lead magnets and quick little $7 low price point products. And he used Claude Code to make all of this. Well, on the 7th app or so, he hit a snag that he wasn't able to get over. So he sent that code to another buddy of ours, and our other buddy took a look at that. Our other buddy who is a classically trained dev, our other buddy who does understand databases and exports and securities and licensing and the actual stuff you need to know in the back end. Well, he took a look and said, oh my goodness, this is a death trap waiting to happen. None of your passwords are secured. Actually, the way you built this is unbelievably hackable right now. Every single piece of your customer data is up to grabs. If anybody wanted to go in there, it would be the easiest hack on the internet. Then he looked at the databases, and all the databases were hooked up wrong. He had like Supabase as one database and then like Firebase as another one, and the connection was not there, and the connection that wasn't there he even did wrong. So both of those databases were completely exposed. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And he's collected money. He's taken people's email through this thing. The onus is on him to have the thing built right. Well, he didn't know what right was. He was just asking Claude, how should we do this? And Claude came up with how Claude would do it. And then he said, great, yeah, I'm an expert. Thank you, Claude. Absolutely. I'm a coder now. Right. And he did the thing. And sure, it worked. But at the end of the day, it really didn't. And thank God we found this. He's all fixed up now. And it's good. We transitioned him in Overskill, and he's totally fine now. But for anybody who asked the question, what is Overskill? It's Todd. It's Todd's brain. I really think that's one of the best ways to put it. When you make apps in Overskill, you don't need to know the databases. Actually, that's the first revelation I want to share with you. Don't tell Overskill the how, just tell it the what. Just tell it the what. Don't tell it, because how many of us put a 5 in the chat if we're currently using some sort of other AI to ideate or prompt, or we're going to another AI saying, hey, I have this idea. Could I build it into an app? And then it says yes. And then it starts talking to us about the different ways that we could build these things into an app. And we don't know what we're reading, and we read it and we're like, oh, that sounds great. Right? Put a 5 in the chat if that's you. We don't have to do that anymore. That's the big thing. That was my aha with Overskill. Once I understood this and I changed how I was using it, I run. And I'm going to show you guys some of the cool stuff I've been able to make. Me, as a technical numbskull, like I really, truly am. I couldn't be more honest with you guys about that. Overskill is Todd's brain. I like to say it's a box. It's a box that everything lives in. So when you go to Overskill and tell it the what, I want to create an app that my customers can come into, fill out a quick survey, and get their answers to their questions. I want to create an app that will scan people's funnel pages or websites and see how SEO ready they are, specifically for AI SEO. Like that's it. That's all that we do. And then we create the things that we actually want. I don't need to know the databases. And I stopped telling Overskill that. And when I did, everything changed. So let me see these responses really quick. Tons of fives. Yes. Tons of fives. As many do. Oh, Blake, so Calendly is a scheduling software where, like, if you're a coach or a consultant, let's use an author for an example. Let's say you're an author and you want, as an author, people to be able to book you to come out to their city, do a reading and a Q&A, do the meet and greet with the author, right? Calendly is what you would use to set that up, where they would schedule the dates that they want you to be in town. It's a scheduling platform. Most people pay $20 a month for it. You can definitely pay more for Calendly, but most people, most experts, coaches, consultants, authors, course creators, content creators, influencers, public speakers, many people use Calendly every single day. That's $20 a month. Times 12 months, we're looking at over $200 a year that we spend on Calendly. We're going to be able to rebuild our own. We're going to be able to build it our way, how we want it to work, exactly how we need it to work. We have full control. No more feature requests. No more, oh, it'd be great if it did this. We just go to Overskill and say, I would love it to do this. And Overskill builds it up that way. It wires everything up. That's the beauty of it. That is why I feel confident riding this wave in 2010. If I didn't have an Overskill or a tool or a feature like that, I would have to go learn developer things. Like, yes, did I set up a Clawbot? Yes, absolutely. Did I know what I was doing? No, not a chance. I know marketing. I know sales. I know persuasion. I don't know anything about code. I don't know anything about backend. I don't know anything about tables or databases or schema. None of it. I don't know any of that. If I didn't have something like this over the next 10 years, knowing where things are going, I would have had to take 6 months to a year, probably longer, because I'm a technical numbskull, to really learn how all of this worked. And then probably another year doing it and actually making all of it work and actually acquiring that skill and that knowledge. Not anymore. Not anymore. Blake said, what is vibe coding? That is a great question. Vibe coding is where we just talk to a system. We talk to a software and we tell it what we want it to build. And it builds the thing that we want it to build. I'm going to build one with you guys in just a moment. Oh, we're doing great on time. We have so much time together. So that's what vibe coding is, Blake. Like, if you want to make a survey for your customers, there's no reason to go to any survey software ever again anymore. Make your own survey. You just say, I want a survey that does this. Here's the questions. Here's the answers. It makes your survey. You control every aspect of it, the design, and we do it all by prompting. We just talk to it. We literally just tell it. It's the coolest. It is the coolest thing in the entire world. And I've always had massive respect for developers. And as I was always telling them, like, we have these really cool events at ClickFunnels. We call them hackathons, but all of our developers come in and developers work in person for a week on problems. And it's a really cool thing. They smash roadblocks. It really showcases the power of when you bring people together to be in that room itself, how much work actually can get done. So anyway, when they all come in, I always give a speech, some sort of spiel about how much I respect them and what they do and the skills they have, because for years, developers were the ones we needed to make the thing, the Russells of the world, right? I have this idea. I have this vision. I need to do this thing and serve these people, but I don't know how to build it. So you would have to hire a developer. You would have to bring them in. Not anymore. Not anymore. I now have visions. Like, I respect them tremendously because they can take a blank screen and they can turn it into the thing that we see in our mind. Crazy. For the past 40, 50, 60 years, whatever it's been, like since what, the 70s when computers really started? Like, so since the 70s, developers have been unbelievably sought after. They've been unbelievably valuable because they were key holders. Nobody else but them can take blank screens and make them into the thing I see in my mind. The game has changed, and the game's going to continue to change for the next decade. It's only going to get better in this way, in vibe coding, where average, everyday people now become developers. Everybody here in this room, regardless of your background, regardless of your knowledge, regardless of your success or your cycles, cycles sounds better than failures. So we like to say cycles here because we fail forward, we don't fail backwards. So we just cycle into our success. Regardless of your successes or your cycles, regardless of anything, every single person here can become a developer. And that's that's a bold statement, is it not? That's a wild thing for me to say, but it's true. Every single person here today gets to become a developer. And it's unbelievable. I'm getting in here with the chat and just catching up, but I'd love to know a little bit about you. What is your business? Tell me about it. What's your business? Are you a coach? Are you a consultant? Do you sell e-com? Wild things happen in e-com with Overskill. Are you a public speaker? Are you an author? Are you a self-help person? Like, what's your thing? Are you an influencer? Are you a creator? Do you make YouTube video? Like, what is your thing? You guys let me know down in the chat. Let's get to know each other a little bit. Brian said, do we need WhisperFlow to talk to it? You do not need WhisperFlow, but I highly recommend it. I use WhisperFlow daily. It saves probably hours every single day at this point. I'm going to use it in just a little bit when I start building here and show you guys exactly how it works. Great. Marketing Secrets AI. That's awesome. That is awesome. You like that? Cycles. Me too. Me too. Cool. So we have coaches, e-com, relationship, education. Cara is a bookkeeper. Cindy is a business coach on profitability. Alessandro is a coach and has a painting company. Nice. Tommy is in self-help. Clayton is a builder. Nice. Oh, he has an app, a SaaS. It's amazing. Rachel is a coach. Marcus is an agency. He has a consultancy agency. That's great. Diane is a therapist, a grief counselor, and a transformational coach. Nice, Diane. Elvira is a sort of coach. She teaches what creates your life. Great. Justin is a functional health coach. Clayton is an AI consultant. Ooh, Lori is starting to build Western style furniture. Cool. Camille's an executive career coach. Terry, Terry has digital assets, but no customers yet. Awesome. What are those assets for and about, Terry? Like, what kind of thing? The assets to help me lose weight, assets to help me make money, assets to help me raise my children. Yeah, Brian, WhisperFlow does work on phone and PC. The phone aspect of it, I don't love. I use it sometimes when I have to, like if I'm in an airport and there's a lot of background noise in my little dictation tool, the microphone on my keyboard. If I'm on my phone, I use the microphone on my keyboard. If I'm ever somewhere that's too loud for that, then I'll use WhisperFlow. WhisperFlow is kind of cumbersome on a cell phone, though. You have to like go between windows back and forth. It's annoying for me, at least. But on my PC, on my computer, that's all I'm doing. I don't type. I just WhisperFlow. It's really great. David does a little bit of everything. Eric also inside of ecom. Love that. Asha is a parent coach. Jocelyn builds AIOS systems. Yep, she has dashboards. Love that. You're probably doing great, Jocelyn. Everybody wants those right now. Oh, Lookadoo is a pastor of a pickleball church. That's awesome, Lookadoo. Amy owns Play and Talk. It's a 60-year-old reading and spelling company. That is awesome. Teaches people how to read, teaches kids how to read and spell. I love that. Andrea is a consultant. Donna is still in a W-2 for communication. Donna, do you have dreams? Do you have a thing? Do you have a thing in your mind that you're like, oh, this is my way out. This is what I want to go do. Connie is a phono builder. Cool. Oh, wait till you see. Wait till you see, Connie. Tony is a body transformation coach. Shade's a coach and a consultant. Gregory is a funnel builder. Yes, he is. Of course he is. If you guys don't know, we got Greg Dakins in the house. He runs the ClickFunnels Funnel Builder certification program. Greg is a stud. I learned pretty much everything I know from Greg and how to build. So cool. Gordon, senior home care. Great. Deborah is a coach for moms and business owners on how to learn AI. Matt's a hypnotist. Cool, Matt. I was just, I do the ClickFunnels podcast, and we had a hypnotist in a couple weeks ago, actually hypnotized me, and we did the whole thing. He didn't like hypnotize me like cluck like a chicken or I'm sleeping or anything, but it was really cool persuasion techniques he showed us. It was awesome. Justin, a new business thanks to Overskill. Awesome, Justin. Justin builds software for health club trainers. Yup. Helps you build an entrepreneurial career without entrepreneurial overhead. Woo! Let's go, Justin. Tommy is a coach, a consultant, a user of AI and social networks. I love that. Oh, Laura says, after meeting you and the team, I want to get my hands into everything. Love that. She's a health coach. She's into wealth and gardening as well. She's got a book and wants to market it. All right. And she wants to do e-com next. Nice, Laura. Nice. See, it's so funny. When I used to hear things like that, gang, and like past decade, I would hear that and I'd be, hold on, let's hit the brakes here. We need to focus on one thing and get that one thing done into completion and launch it and work it and make sure it works and it's profitable and sustainable. Then we can focus on others. Not anymore. Not anymore. One really cool thing you guys may or may not know about Overskill is you can have 4 concurrent tabs up at once, which I do pretty much every single day. I'll show you guys in these future videos. I'm going to show you guys everything in these. I'm going to show you my setup. Like I'm going to have Chad on his phone one day. In case you guys don't know Chad, he's producer Chad. You'll see him. I'll make sure you see him at some point one day. But he helps tremendously in all the production of everything that you guys see here. So Chad rocks, and you guys will get to know him. But anyway, Chad's gonna have his cell phone and just like over the shoulder be videoing me at my desk, at my setup, like exactly how I start my day every single day, how I use 4 Overskill tabs at all times. And I pretty much always have 4 concurrent projects running. Always on my browsers, always. Everybody here can do that too. So Laura, I love all the ideas. I love all the vision. Just in case you guys are like Laura and you have a ton of ideas, here's a really cool idea practice, because yes, we can create everything that we see in our mind. And yes, we can do it so quickly, but it doesn't mean we should. Just because we could doesn't mean we should, right? So when it comes to ideation, I'd love for you guys to start a little journal. Start a little journal when you have that idea, because how many of us are idea makers? You can put idea in the chat if that's you. We have no shortage of ideas, right? And if I do have a shortage of ideas, just give me 10 minutes alone in a quiet room and I will have more ideas come up. Even better, give me 10 minutes online and I will have even more ideas come up. I'm not at a shortage of ideas. So we only have so much time in every day. If my ideas continue to grow, my 24 hours does not. That's finite. That does not move. So it's still really important. Just because we could doesn't mean we should. Put your ideas in a notebook and check that notebook every single week. And, you know, maybe as you start on Monday, you look through the notebook and you're like, a bunch of these are terrible ideas. I should not launch a business around this thing. And then you'll have some standouts that you hit week after week and you're like, you know, I really think that's a great idea. I really think I could do that. And if it continues to grow on you, if the shininess fades off very quickly, let that idea die. You have a book full of those. For the ideas that stand out, those are the things that you really want to pursue. Just because we could doesn't mean that we should. Where was I? There we go. John, English communication fluency. So good. I have a good friend who does that overseas as well. Danita is a singles relationship coach. Come on with it. You have customers flowing in every single day, don't you, Danita? Love that. I probably hope I pronounced this one right. Koe is a language teacher. Leopold is a holistic creator. That's very cool. I don't even know if I know what that means. Camille is building digital assets as well. Now, what assets for who, Camille? Share. Share. When are we going to get to the point of this time you want from me? Fair share. We're going to get to it very soon. Thanks, Dante. Cool. You got it. Mark is an author and a coach. Great. Tim is a jack of all trades and a master of none. Tim, that's awesome. You and I might be best friends. I'd love to hear you say that. Jeffrey, and for Tim, we're going to figure out a trade. You're going to be able to figure out a trade and rock with it this time. I'm excited for you. Jeffrey is in healthcare. Marie is a marketing consultant for law firms. Valerie is developing a planner for parents of adult children. Nice. Terry helped business owners create communities. Anne helped people create apps for people that are drowning in stuff to stop drowning in the things of their own life. That's awesome. Those are in huge demand right now. Chessa is a lifestyle nurse entrepreneur. That's awesome. Telehealth. I love that. I love that. This is great. Shelly is coaching. Yeah, Greg is awesome. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Oh, this is great. Sorry, gang. I'm just reading through. You guys are flying. Analysis paralysis. I hear you, Cher. I hear you. This is so good. Oh, Teresa, cool. Finally to the chat there. Teresa, Overskill is available. We have a way for you guys to skip the wait list. Right now, Overskill is locked down by a wait list. The only way to get in was to be a part of that platinum offer. But everybody here today, if you're not in Overskill, we're going to skip you guys past that. Stick with me. I'm going to share a code with you very shortly on exactly that. But gang, that's my vision for these calls. It's going to be darn near close to every day, as close to every day as I can get it. Next week, I'm going to have a schedule. This same link that you used today, live.overskill.app. When we are live, this live is going to show up. When we are not live, you're going to be able to find the live times with a calendar and a schedule. And there's also already a button on that page where you can add the next session to your calendar. Just click that button, add it over to your calendar. So you guys are going to easily be able to see what sessions are coming up. Every single day, we're going to go live. We're going to show you what's new, what's happening. I'm also going to be building apps for you guys live in the moment almost every single day, so I can give you those apps. You can use those in your accounts, use my credits, use my time, use my spend. So everybody is going to be able to hit the ground running. I'm excited about that. Super excited about that. Do you guys have questions? From here, what I want to do is I want to go into my Overskill really quick and just show you some of the apps that I've built. And I want to kind of show you how everything works so you understand fully what you're looking at. It's a super simple systems, but if we can understand how everything works and kind of what your capabilities are and how to make it happen, I think that is a fantastic start for all of us. So I'm going to take a couple minutes and get into that. But if you have questions, I know a lot of you already said, I'm already in Overskill. I'm already building. I'm already doing things. If you have any questions that you're facing every single day, put those in the chat for me. After I do this, I definitely want to get into any questions that anybody has whatsoever. So let's do it. We're going to hop over here. I don't want my camera up for this. There we go. Can you guys see that okay? Yes or no in the chat. Can you guys see that screen well? If it's small on your screen, just let me know. Nice. Great, great, great. Great, great, great. All right, gang, so here we go. Here is Overskill. When you land on Overskill, when everybody gets their accounts, we are going to... Did that code come through? I don't think so, not yet. It'll be ready very soon. Okay, so when you hop into Overskill, here's where we start. This is it. This is the prompt builder itself. So vibe coding, like we were talking about earlier, is a way where you just create with words. Is a nice way to say. I usually hear Todd say that, and I really like that. You create with words. So we literally just come here and tell it what we want it to do. We do not tell it how. Remember, when I first did this, I was using Claude and ChatGPT and all the other AIs out there, and I was using them to ideate. And then I would tell Claude, okay, great, turn this into a prompt I can give to my vibe code builder. And every time it was giving me the how. I was then going to overskill, the how being create this database and create this schema and create this table setup, the tech behind it. I was using Claude to ideate, and I would then give Overskill the tech. And that was the worst thing I could do. Every single time I was trying to build something, I kept getting errors. And of course I was. I didn't realize that Todd had already built the box. He'd already built the container. The tech was already handled. I just needed to learn how to express what I wanted in the prompt builder. That was it. So I do use Whisperflow for a lot of this, a ton of this. Does anybody have an app idea that they want to see created? Yes, your husband can use the same Overskill account. Of course, you guys just use the same email and password. Absolutely. Oh, the testimonial collecting tool. I will give you guys that. I'll give you guys a testimonial collecting tool next week. I want to show you how to build. I have some really cool things we're going to do to it before I give it to you. So it'll be perfect. And then you'll have that. And then you could use that for your business. Yeah. Tons of other ideas too. Tons of other ideas. Does anybody have, oh, is this, okay, we can see. Okay, great. Great. Yes, and you're absolutely right. It does. Okay, so let me just come up with an idea right now. Let me just think of an idea right now. What are some things that I haven't created? Do we have one? Well, let's just start Calendly. I'm going to use, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to talk into my mic. This is how I work. I use Whisperflow for this. This is how we do the thing every single day. I recently started taking peptides, and now I'm taking a bunch of medications that are on specific schedules, and I'm forgetting what I took, when I took it, and how much of it I took. I'd like to create a peptide tracking app that allows me to track all of my peptides, create my schedules, and make sure that I'm taking the right things in the right time, not doubling up or messing up with any of my schedules. So that's it. That right there would build an awesome app. Just that prompt. I didn't tell it any of the how. I didn't talk tables, databases. I didn't talk tech. I didn't talk connections. I didn't talk API into anything. None of that, gang. None of that. There is no 17-page prompt from any other AIs. There's no documenting I'm uploading. This is how we get started. This is the best way to start with your apps. Plain English, 3rd grade level, no tech. Give it the what, not the how, over and over again. But there's a different way that we can prompt, and I really want to show you this too. This is the quick prompter. You could just come in here, say a sentence. You can make more paragraphs in there, and you can say, I want my app to understand all of the current peptides out there and have a library that I could choose from. So I could come in here and I could add more to it. If I have the ideas, if I have the thing in my mind, I'm really just like, I'm just going to go spitball this. All right, I'm going to go I'm just going to blurb out my brain and all the things I'm seeing in here. I'm just going to tell it to Overskill. If you're going to other AIs to try and do it, please just stop. I did a test last week, and I used another AI, and I used Overskill, and I gave it the same initial prompt. I gave it the same everything. Overskill built the app immediately. The other AI, I stopped after a couple hours because I was just trying to see, like, what's the best way to ideate? What's the best way to get started? What's the best way? Let's say I have a bunch of ideas and thoughts rolling around in my brain. What's the best way to get those concise and clean and organized so I could set up the vibe builder better? Well, I don't have to do that. Nobody here has to do that either. Just tell it what you want. If you have a brain full of things, that's amazing. Load the brain right down into here. There's also, if you don't like what you did, you can always click right here and you can clear the prompt. If you have any images that you want to make, like for instance, you can make authority pages really, really quick here. I see a lot of you guys that are like, ooh, I'm starting, I'm building, I'm just getting going. That's amazing. We can make our authority pages in like 2 minutes. So anyway, if I have images of myself or my product, like for all of our e-com people who are like, hey, I want to make a new design for this e-com funnel. I'm selling e-com right now. It's making sales. It's doing well, but I want to really start split testing and trying different designs to increase my conversions. Here, I have a bunch of product images already taken, already proven to convert. Add those images here, and they'll all be added to the prompt itself. Some really cool stuff too. We can import an existing app. Does anybody have an app on a different platform? Like maybe Lovable, V0, anything like that? If you do, just let me know in the chat. That'd be really cool to see. If anybody has that, you can import your existing app. I actually have a security checker that for anybody who already has an app somewhere out there already in the world, I'm going to share that with you guys tomorrow. You hop back in. We're going to check the security of that app and make sure that everything is wired in correctly. But anyway, if you have an existing app somewhere else and you've already spent time building a foundation, we can now just bring that foundation right into Overskill. If you want, you can use that simple import. Here's our filters. And here we could choose our models. Right now, it's going to be stuck on Claude Opus 4.8 when you start building. And that's exactly perfect. That's exactly where it should be. Yes, Fable 5 is out and there's other models that are coming out right now that are super intelligent, but as you're starting, we have full ability to change between all models and effort levels inside of Overskill once the app is made. But in this initial prompting, it's going to be on Opus 4.8, and that's perfectly fine for everybody here. Then we could choose the thinking level. We can choose fast, smart, or max, right? So you can choose the model here. You cannot yet. And then you can choose the thinking level of that model. For most all of you, I start on smart. I just have it Opus 4.8 smart. That's how I start every single time. For most tasks, you're never going to use fast. Fast is going to get things done faster and a little bit cheaper. But then we get into the decision of, well, do I want to use a lesser model that can do things for cheaper, or do I want to use a more expensive? Because many times what we find when we use a lesser model, the level of work it outputs is not up to snuff. It's like, okay, well, that cost me less, but I have to have it do it 3 times to get it right. So it took more time and it ended up costing me about the same, sometimes even more. So fast, most cases, gang, you're not going to use it. Feel free to try it. Feel free to learn it. Feel free to play with it, right? It's the lowest thinking level, fastest results for you. And if you have unbelievably simple tasks, then fast will work just fine for those. But like when I'm building, especially at the start, or when I'm ideating, I just leave it on the smart level. Now you can go to max. Max is going to be the deepest thinking, the most reasoning, but it's also going to be the slowest output for you. So it's going to take the longest to do all the research and do the work and make the code and do all the stuff. It definitely takes longer on max. However, adversely, it definitely gets things right more often and faster. So you might have to do a task 4 or 5 times on fast, where you just do it once on max. Max might take a little longer, burn a little more credits, but then that comes down to the weight. You know, we were just talking about it with Russell and Todd a couple weeks ago in the room, and that's how they think about it too. They're just like, yes, for some tasks I know that I can use fast, but there's other tasks that I don't want to be slowed on. I just need to go, I need to run, I need to get this thing done. So they'll use their max mode for that. For everybody here, I think you can all just stay on smart, especially when first starting. Leave it on smart. It's going to do an amazing job. It's going to build the thing that you need like immediately right away. And then if you want to go to max later on as you're ideating or building more features, then go to max. But to start, smart is absolutely perfect for everybody. So this is our fast builder, but we do have a prompt ideator over here. And this is really cool. You can just go over here and tell it what to build, and then you can get your AI suggestions. And it's going to go search the web. It's going to become knowledgeable about your topic. It already is, but it just does a search to make sure it's freshest, up to date on all the most recent information out there. And then it's going to give you AI suggestions. There's already a growing niche of peptide specific trackers, like here's my competition. They combine dose logging, syringe math, injection site rotation, and inventory tracking for serious peptide users. At a broader level, medication and pill tracking apps serve tens of millions of users. It shows a strong demand for reminder-based medication management, a peptide-focused app that adds a robust compound library, protocol templates, and outcome tracking can differentiate within this expanding market. So it's telling me there's a ton of competition in this market. There's a bunch of people already doing it. It is 1,000,000% a red ocean. So now it has recommendations for me, a template and a cycle library, dose and outcome analytics, stack safety and interaction alerts. I can then break down the profiles here. So here's my target customer, and I can build a dream customer profile in here as I'm ideating with the app. And this is not burning up more of my credits. Like, so how many of you, let me get to the bottom of my chat here, make sure I'm current. How many of you are doing this right now in a different AI platform? Claude, ChatGPT, whatever it may be. You just put a yes in the chat. If you're currently doing like this, the ideating, the building, the pouring of the foundation, using something else for it. We definitely do not have to. We definitely don't. I prefer this much more so than ideating in some other AI. This gets it, and this all keeps it in the same scope always. So I can choose their name. I can choose the role of this dream customer, like who exactly are they? The AI was able to fill in a lot of this just by me giving it a little description. So they're biohackers managing their peptides and medication protocols. I can choose an age range here. Who am I targeting? I can have the pain points. You know, the pain points that they're actually facing, I can go ahead and put all of those in here. And I encourage you guys to do this. It is an awesome, awesome prompt builder that really gets us so close immediately. Because then we have our business models. Like what is the thing? How are we going to monetize? Do we want to make it free? Do we want to make it freemium? And then you might be saying, I don't know. I've actually never even heard of freemium. What does that mean? We don't have to know the things. We have the box. This is how we think about customers, offers, products. This is the stuff we think about every time. So just leverage that. Down here, we have our design inspiration. So now we've funnel hacked a bunch of these competitors, what they do, and taken their designs and their layouts and kind of templatized it to where now you can look through and you can find any design direction that you want to start with right away, right from the rip. Nice. I love this, gang. Oh, if you're using Marketing Secrets AI for this, Alessandro, totally fine. Totally fine. You can take if you want to use your Marketing Secrets AI, you absolutely can. What I would recommend is I would like come down here and I would take a screenshot of this and then I would give that to MSAI. That's my short term for Marketing Secrets AI. I say that so much, I had to put a short term behind it. But I would just take a screenshot of this, give it to MSAI. It's so trained on your customer. It could give you the text, copy and paste from MSAI, boom, fill out the profile. Super simple. Super simple. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like this. Glad you like this. Nice. Good, Tommy. I'm glad you like this. I have a whole bunch of stuff next week I'm going to roll out. I want this to be so interactive. Just so you guys can see me for a second. I want this to be so interactive. I want to be with you. I want to help you guys. I'm so excited for this. So I'm really glad that you're enjoying that. That's awesome to hear. Caden, is there a way to go back and watch these later? Yes, I'm coming up with a library for this as well. So I'm not going to leave you hanging. Yes, be here for sure. But there is going to be a library. Where does it save? Anne says, where does it save? It saves, this will save inside the project, which is the app itself. So I'll show you that in just a minute. It'll make sense. But each app is its own project and it has its own brain. It's trained on its own thing. So like for many of you here, you know what value ladders are. We know what an actual value ladder is, and each step of my value ladder is a new process, a new funnel, a new product, a new offer, a new thing. So each step in your business's value ladder can be its own app here in Overskill, and each app is its own project. So it's trained on your lead magnets, it's trained on your tripwire products, it's trained on your $997 package. Each one can be separate. Really great question there, Ann. So I love the builder. That's, again, this lightning bolt right here pulls up the AI prompt builder, and I absolutely love it. You can turn deep researchers and their best practices. I'm going to personally keep this on. I want it to go snag all that data for me and bring it in, because that's such a solid base to build on, like right away, immediately. So let's not use that for this quick second. I want it to just say, we're just going to go with this, generate a quick app. So once you click generate app, it's going to take you to this screen. This screen won't be here too long. Yeah, it's normally about that 10 to 20 seconds roughly. Now what happened, gang, is we got taken into our actual builder. Here's where we do all the work. I'm going to take you into a bunch of these I have existing. You're going to get really comfortable with how all this looks right away. But I just gave it my initial prompt, and I can see that here on the left. If I want to see the entire prompt, I can click this show more, show less, and I can see the thing. Then I just look below that, and let me zoom this a little bit. Just below that, you can see it's asking Opus 4.8 to plan the change, and it's blinking and it's doing the thing. Down here, I can see AI is working. So I gave it a prompt. It's thinking and working right now. If we get back to normal, I think that'll look great for you guys. So I gave it the initial prompt. It is doing its thing. This will probably take 5 to 10 minutes, anywhere in that range. 5 to 10 minutes. It'll build the initial app. And this is where it's doing really all the hard work. It's laying down the base code. It's building all the scaffolding. It's building all the wiring behind what you're actually doing. Did we get that code? My browser? Oh, yes, I believe I can. Cool. Sorry. Light mode. I'm a dark mode guy. Thanks for the feedback, though. Appreciate you, Chad. So now it does all the hard work. Now it puts down the scaffolding. Now it writes all of our base code. This normally does take about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to hop over to a new tab. And here we go. Now that I'm here, I have all of my existing apps. Here's one over here. I just made this. I literally just made this. Or was just tweaking it up at least. So I made a booking page. Right? Instead of having to go and make all of this stuff and just design it and lay it out, I just made myself a booking page. Do you guys know about the phenomenon right now happening with the domain scalpers? Where, like, if you own a domain, but that domain is not actively doing anything, they're just using AI to contest your domain. They're using AI to build fake pages like this. And then they're saying, hey, I own this domain, not the other person. And they're just getting domains from people. It's really wild. It's really, really crazy. It's happening like crazy. If that's happened to you, or if you're nervous that might happen to you, make yourself a really quick authority page. I didn't design this. I didn't lay it out. Do you see the animations on this page? The scrolling banner? I didn't tell it to do any of that. I don't remember what I made. We'll go look at my initial prompt here for this. But there we go. I have all of my sections. I have everything laid out. They can inquire about a booking. Then down here, I have my lead magnets, the 8 commandments of marketing, because 10 makes me feel like a heretic. They can opt in right here on this page. They can see my packages and offers and do the thing. I did not build this. I just told it, can we go see the prompt? I gave it some images. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So I gave, oh, there are earlier messages. Let me see. Oh, see this? I did this a long time ago, gang, and look what I did. This is what I never want to see anybody do again. Never again. I went to a different AI. I don't remember which one. And I tried to ideate in the other AI. And then I brought over here, I brought a massive, massive prompt, a huge prompt. It was so big, I didn't even get all the prompt in there, is how much I was giving it. Never again do we have to do that. I'll build another authority page with you guys really quick. All right, we're going to hop in here. I want to build an authority page for myself, Dante Torelli. On that authority page, I want the main call to action, the main thing we're talking about, for them to book me for a session where I can come speak to them or their business or their customers. I also want this page to give away access to my free lead magnet, the 8 commandments of marketing, parentheses, because 10 makes me feel like a heretic, end parentheses. I also want this page to cast me in an authoritative tone. I'm going to upload an image, an authority image of myself. Make sure that's the top one on this app. Oh, I must not have had that clicked. That's okay. Go to my whisper flow, copy that transcript, and we'll throw it back in here. Cool. So that's going to create that app. Let's hop back over here. Okay, still building. Databases are ready. Fantastic. But it's still building. It's still setting up. It's setting up all my databases, all the back end. Now the build is starting. So it's going to build my app, and I'm just going to wait till I hear that chime. Hopefully we all know that chime very well. But I think it's unbelievably powerful that I told it to do nothing here. Nothing. I remember this prompt, and if we took the time to go look through it, it was a bunch of nonsense. It was a bunch of how, not what. It was a bunch of technical jargon about databasing and setups and connections, and we just don't need to prompt like that anymore. Let's see. There we go. New one is being built. That's not going to take long. By the way, while we're building stuff, gang, if you hit a spare moment right over here, I just clicked this little button. Well, we have a little arcade that you guys can all rock. So we have asteroids right here. If you want to change the game, you can, bottom left. We also have Snake, so you can hop in here, play a little Snake. We also have asteroids. And I'm curious, what kind are you, 1 or 2? Are you a 1 where, let me get over here, active. Are you a 1 where we just hold down spacebar the whole time and we're just sending bullets anywhere we can find? Or are you a 2 where you like to kind of drag and be a little more precise about your asteroids? I want to know what kind of person you are. Or are you a 3 and you haven't really played asteroids yet? Which one are you guys? But we do this all the time, gang. Building apps and then playing little asteroids when we're having some downtime. But once these initial apps start getting built, you're not going to have too much downtime. We're able to move so quickly. We're able to ideate so quickly. I want to just run you through some other really cool apps that I've been able to make. We have, well, first off, here's our Overskill Live app that we made. If I click into this, I can show you some really cool stuff here. And how this works, once you build an app, this window that you see right here, this is a preview window. Oh yeah, Snake is new, Laura. Jason just added that a couple of days ago. Absolutely. So once you're here, sorry, gang, 2 more seconds. Okay, perfect. I have the code, gang. I'm going to put this link in the chat. If anybody does not have an Overskill account, I just put a code in the chat. It's www.overskill.com/live/live-WCOW. It's that link in the chat. If anybody does not have an Overskill account, what we did with that specific link, that link is going to go away very soon. That link is only active while this live is active. As soon as I turn this live off, that link is no longer going to work. That link is going to get you right into Overskill. It's just going to get you right into Overskill. I think we put some credits on your account as well. So you're able to go in there and you're able to manage and do the things that you need to do and get started and really give it a good shot. So again, I just put that code in the chat. I'm going to put it again right there. It's going to bypass the wait list. All right, bypass the wait list. If you guys have not already, if you haven't already got your Overskill account, if you're not already on some sort of package, then yes, definitely want to make sure we get you in there. Thank you guys for the code. Okay, so here we go. This is the little app that I built to be able to do all of this. I built a control room, so I, as the admin, can go in here and I can use my control room. I can upload my streams in there. I can create surveys. I have surveys created. When I want to launch those surveys, they pop up on the screen. I need to fix that because that wasn't working. That's the only thing about this that didn't work. The only issue we had was with the video earlier today, and that was just YouTube, and they have some weird embed settings, so we had to change those up. But I made all this. I made all this yesterday. I started this yesterday, I believe, just after a conversation with Todd, and it was like, hey, we want to do this thing. How do we do it? Just tell it. Just tell it. I think I have it on the back of my shirt right now. I think I do. That is how we use Overskill, gang. We just tell it. It's the biggest revelation that I had. When I stopped giving it the how, when I stopped giving it the tech, and I just started telling Overskill what I wanted to do and then letting it go and do the work, changed everything. And we've had the revelation so many times. Put revelation in the chat if you've had the revelation too. You've been in the room with us asking about this. And so many people say, can it do this? Does it do this? Will it do this? And the answer is always the same. Ask it. I want Overskill to build me this thing. Great. Tell it. Just go to your prompt box and tell it. It took me, I work next to Todd. Like, I want to be honest here. I work next to Todd Dickerson, who I would argue is one of the leading AI founders in the space right now. He's one of the only CEOs and founders that actually is using AI the right way in his company and getting other people to do it. So I work next to that guy every single day. I get to hear amazing things. Like, by proxy, I'm right at the front of all the things that are happening all the time, and I still didn't understand it. It took me months to figure this out. So I want to give you guys permission, if you've had a hard time, if you've been building and not having an easy time building, it's okay. It's not your fault. We just need to learn how to use those initial prompts. All right, I want to put that link in the chat one more time because everybody here, I want you guys all to have this. Oh, this is so fun. This is so fun seeing you guys all in the chat. And this is the first one. Like I said, the main purpose for me, at least in this session, I need to get to know you guys a little bit. I want to get to know your business. We have channels that we communicate in, and I'm sure in the near future, those are going to be opened up to everybody. And we are at the grassroots level right now, which means we have an unbelievable access to the founders and to the right people to be able to get conversations started and be able to get things happening, excuse me. So all that stuff is to come. For today, my big thing was just, who are you? Who are you? Let me get to know you so I can really help you the best as we go forward here. So I was hoping this would be done this moment. Oh, cool. That'll fix up. No problem. I was hoping this would be done just so I could show you guys kind of how all of this works. But basically, when you first make your app, what is going to pop up here, and I guess I am live right here, what pops up here is actually a preview. All right, this is a preview. So what you're interacting with here, we have it's called a sitemap, I think is what we would call it, a sitemap. But if you click this, you can see different preview states. So I can preview as the admin, who I made this back room for. I could also just preview as the end user. And that's like you guys, you're the end users. And now I can see the exact page that you guys are interacting with. I can see this exactly as you. I can see your chat over here on the right-hand side, like this is it. So I can see my end user. I could also see as logged out. right? Which in this case really doesn't matter. But this is my site map, and this is how I can move throughout the pages or functions or features of the app that I just built. So like here, if I want, I can go to my dashboard. And then I can hop in here just in the preview. This is just in my preview. That'll make full sense in just a little bit. But I can hop over my dashboard. I can see everything, hop into my control room. Again, if I need to navigate through the page, like for instance, there's a waiting page. When I click end broadcast, this stream goes down and the waiting page gets active on my domain live.overskill.app. If I want to go check out the waiting page, I can just go hop over there. Now I'm on the waiting page. If I needed to change anything, I just go over to the builder and I say on the waiting page, change my headline to whatever I want the change to be, and boom, I just tell it and it's done and it does the thing and I'm moving on. There's so much more cool stuff I'm going to share with you all about the functionality behind Overskill. Like there's AI brains that we can train. There's project briefs that we can make about our projects. There are scheduled tasks that we're going to be able to make that I can have Overskill scheduling tasks and working automatically for me like an agent kind of would. I mean, there is incredible things that I want to share with you guys here. It's what's most important to me today. Getting to know you, getting to understand you, showing you kind of what Overskill is and what it's capable of just to get you started today, because I hope what you've seen is it's basically capable of everything. If you have an idea, go to it, tell it the idea, ask it, work with that prompt builder I showed you with the lightning bolt, and everybody can be building. Something happened. A build was complete, so I can exit and view the app. We can hop over here and see exactly what it was building. Oh, it's actually finishing that build right now. Here we go. Another one. My peptide tracker just completed. So here we go. My preview is there. I can hop over. Oh, looks like just one page has been created because I don't have my site pages yet. So I can hop over here. I can start tracking. Oh, nice. Today's protocol. Let me log a dose. Let's see. The peptide is going to be retatrutide. The dose is going to be, sure, 250 mcg is fine. I'm going to do abdomen left, and I injected on the 25th, let's say. Bingo, log the dose. Awesome. Dose will be logged. We're moving down. I can set up a schedule. Like I did that from 5 sentences. And now that the thing has been built, now is when the real fun part comes. Now I'm just testing and I'm just playing and I'm just tweaking. Right? So what I really want you guys to see is right now, I just built this app and I have this window right here that I can interact with. This is what the preview is. Renee, sorry, I'm seeing somebody asking about a code. I want to put that back in there. If you guys don't have Overskill, please use that code I just put in the chat. It bypasses the waiting list. It gets you right in with some credits that we gave you so you guys can get started today. So once we build, gang, this is now the fun part. This is me building. This is me testing. This is me tweaking and making it exactly how I want it to make. I didn't publish this yet. This is not live yet. This is a preview. All right. This is a preview. I did not yet make this live. What I mean by that is if you look in the top right at publish, we have our publish button and it's got an orange blinking circle at the top. That is showing me that a change has been made to my app and there's a publish that I need to make live. So if you come to publish, you'll see there is no live URL because this app has not yet been published and it has not been made live. So how I like to do things, gang, personally, I like to give my initial prompt to Overskill. I like Overskill to build my app just like it did here, get the foundation down, and then I like to publish. You can see that orange dot up there that's showing me that I've made changes to the app that are not live on my live URL. Because we have two URLs. We have a preview URL and we have a live URL. So this is actually really cool because that means that you can have your app live in version 1, let's say, and then you could be in here making version 2 or making the next feature. And you can be using your preview window to test that feature, to make sure it's functional, to do all of your QA. By the way, I use Overskill to QA my stuff. I like to do my initial testing. I like to do my QA, but after my QA, I always come back here to the prompt and I say, I'd like you to do a full QA rundown of the app, all buttons, all hyperlinks, all features, all functionality. And it does. I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys. Everybody has prompt libraries. I don't really anymore. I just know what I want to say, and I have about 15 things that I say constantly, and I just memorize them now. But I put that, what I just said, in the chat for you guys so you can copy this. And, oh, Tommy, if you're just on Zoom, I think you probably got in through Susan Leonardson's link. If I had to guess, she probably hooked you up that way. Susan, thanks for doing that. Super smart. Anybody who wants to be a part of the chat and be a part of this, we want you a part of it. Go to live.overskill.app. That's live.overskill.app. Q&A stands for quality assurance. Q&A is like how we check our app and make sure that the buttons we click are doing the things and make sure that it works and functions. That's called QAing, quality assuring. So there you go. I put that link in the chat. Let me do it again because chat's rolling. You guys are having fun with this. I love it. That's the prompt that I just gave. If you're ready to QA your app, just literally give it that and it will go do that thing. But goodness gracious, it's already 12:30. Holy cow. I went over, gang. I am sorry about that. I definitely did not mean to. I had a lot that I wanted to get to today. And now that we're building, I could sit here for hours and talk about this now. But I really just want you guys to understand my process to get started. You're going to hop over here, build your app, use the prompt builder, build it and get it to a point that you're happy with just to start. Just to start. Once you're happy with that, go to your publish in the top right. Publish that app. Now that I have, you can see there's a live URL. I can copy this URL and I'll put it in the chat for you guys if you want. Oops. I'll put that link in the chat for you. If you'd like, you can now view that. It's live on the internet. It gives, so this is your Overskill URL. We give you a URL .overskill.app, and this is a live URL. If you're familiar with subdomains, it's the exact same thing. That's exactly what we're doing. So you have a live URL. You can share this with friends, with colleagues, with clients. It's live. Before we published, remember, this was grayed out. There was not a live URL, but now that we've published, it is live. You can copy this URL, open in an incognito window. I think you guys can still see that. And now I'm testing exactly like a customer. I'm tracking, I'm doing the whole thing. So publishing really gives you that first live URL. And that's it. That's it to get started. That's it, gang. You're going to publish your app. You're going to have a live URL, and then you can just sit in here in the builder, right in here in your actual practice window, and you can ideate. Click your things, do all of the things, fill everything out. You have up top, you have schedules, today, library, you have history, right? So I said, I want all the so like, and here's how we ideate. Here's how we do the thing. Are you guys okay if I take 2 more seconds and show you this? No, John, this will probably be different. This will probably be different. Okay, cool, great. I'm glad, as long as I'm not losing you. I don't want to show you too much too fast. I have a way that I'm going to break this down, but I want you guys to know how we use it every single day. So, I told it in my initial prompt, I told it, I want my app to understand all the current peptides out there and have a library that I could choose from. And it did that perfectly. It created a library with all the current peptides out there. But when I go to make a schedule, let's create a schedule. And when I type in the peptide, well, I am expecting, in my mind, I'm expecting this to pre-populate with the library of peptides. And as I start typing it out, I want it to automatically detect from the library so I don't have to type out each peptide, and I can just choose that library peptide that I made instead of having to type it out every single time. I want this to think for me. So let me show you exactly how I would tell Overskill to do that. Ready? I see you created a library of peptides. I really like that. But now inside my schedules, when I'm creating a schedule, the first field is the peptide itself. But I want that to, when I start typing in, all of my peptides in the library are added inside of that field. And as I start typing out my peptide, it's filtering all of those peptides in the libraries and only showing the ones that match what I'm currently typing out. Done. I don't know if we're going to have time to show you guys. I don't want to take too much of your time today. We'll see if we can stick around to get you guys to see how this works. But that's it. That's how we play the game over and over again. I didn't tell it anything technical. I just said in super plain English, the plainest words I could possibly think of. I see the library. When I go to my schedules and I create a schedule, the first field is my peptides. When I click on it and type in, nothing is there. I literally just told it what I saw and what I wanted it to do. Do you guys get that? Do you guys see how that works? There's a small delay from me talking to you guys in the chat. So I'm going to let it sit there, and I want you guys to see. Yes, that's the process every time, over and over. It's not like the biggest hurdle I see a lot of people is, how do I hook Overskill into Claude so I could talk to Claude about my app? Like, there's no need. There's no need to do that. You don't need to ideate. You just come here and just tell it in plain, simple English words. Easy, simple words, exactly what you want to do. And I think it's going to take a couple more minutes to actually make that change. And I just don't want to eat up too much of your guys' time. As we look through here, though. Yeah, as we look through, I could sit here, gang, I could sit here for hours. Let's go to main cam. Otherwise, I will sit here for absolute hours. That's it. That's Overskill. That is what we do every single day. That is what you guys are going to get to do every single day. That's our whole workflow. That's our whole process. That's quite literally everything. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. That's fantastic. That's great. I want to take a second and just look through the chat. Let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to hop over. Let me go full. I have to hop over. Did you guys hear that? Do-do-do-do. The Overskill ding. So it just dinged. And over here on the left now, I can see my prompt. I know this looks like a lot of text at the beginning. I promise you, you're going to get so much better at understanding just what all this text is saying. It's in a very specific format every time. So right now, I don't need this. It says I have the full component. I could read the rest of this, and I did. When I started, I did, and you guys will. It's good for you to read this, and you'll understand the formula really quickly. But I see this. I have the full component. Great. I know it's good. It has the design direction. Done. The peptide field is now a type head. I don't know what type head means. Anybody here know what type head means? Oh, excuse me, type ahead. It's now type ahead. So I guess that would be the format of, like, when somebody types, it's thinking about the thing in the future. I don't know what that is. I didn't know that that's the technical terminology for it. Didn't have to. I just told it what I wanted. It knows the things. So now let's hop in here. Let's go to our schedules. I'm going to create a schedule, and now boom, right away, there it is, automatically populating with the things in my library. I'm going to start typing. Ooh, and it didn't figure out when I start typing to pull that one in. It is still building right now. So more than likely, if I just let this thing finish building, then it would build out the whole thing. But that, gang, That is how Overskill works. That is how we do the thing every single day. It's just build it, test it, tell it over and over again. And that's how everybody's getting these apps up in like hours, gang. I'm excited for you guys to see that. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I definitely had a good time doing this with you guys, 100%. It was really cool to get to meet a lot of you, a lot of familiar names and faces, but also a ton of new names and a ton of new faces. So you guys are already asking about tomorrow. I love that. Let me share with you. Here we go. Tomorrow, we're going to go live tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern. 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Right now, it's currently 12:33 Eastern Standard Time. All right, 12:33 Eastern Standard Time. Laura, yes, I will see you in Missouri. Regardless, I'm coming. I'm coming regardless. That is one of the right rooms where big things happen. I will be there. So gang, tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Currently, it is 12:33 or 12:34 Eastern Standard Time. But tomorrow, we're going to go from 12:30 to 1:30. 12:30 to 1:30. I'm going to start building with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to build. But just so you know the format, how I want tomorrow to work, tomorrow, I want to start out with questions. I want to start out with like, did you hit a hurdle? In my dream world, you guys tonight would go and you would build your first app. If you go build your first app today and you play with it and you get a little bit of understanding, I promise you're going to be able to move so much faster from these sessions. So tomorrow, I'd like to, what are you, about Overskill conceptually, what are you not understanding? What are you not seeing? What are you not getting? Or maybe what did you just not understand in the process? Because it's a new process. I recognize and I realize that it is the way we work now is completely new than the last decade. I can unring all of those bells so quickly. I can explain to you exactly what's happening, how it's happening, why it's happening, so you don't ever hit that hurdle again, and we can learn so quickly tomorrow. So I want to answer questions. I want to unstick everybody. And then after that, I want to start building. And I really want to show you this all day, every day. This is what I want to do. I want to show you how to build the right way. I want to show you how to test and ideate the right way, and I want to show you exactly how we do this every single day. Because then once we have that, then I really want to start showing you how to do this for you. Then we'll start taking examples. Then we'll start having use cases. Oh, this person is this. They want to accomplish this. We're going to build that for them today. A rising tide will raise all ships. We do this for the next 30 days, let alone 60 and 90. You guys are all going to be pros. You guys are all going to be pros at this. And I'm really, really excited for that. I truly am. Awesome. By the way, you guys, no, not a Saturday session. Tomorrow's Friday. Great question. And feel free to ask those day and time questions all that you want, gang. We're global. And I realize how difficult it can be to know like what day it even is in America here, regardless of where you live. I get it. So today's Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. There is not a Saturday session this week. Friday, tomorrow will be our last session of the week. You are all good. You are all good. Yes, Susan, great idea. Feel free to bookmark this link. It will be the same link every single day. And if you ever need to get an update on like, ooh, I don't know when the next session is, you can go to this link and the wait list will always be up. If we're not live, sorry, not the wait list, the waiting room. If we're not live, the waiting room will always be up. You can click, there's a little add to calendar button right there towards the top. Just click that button and you can add the next session to your calendar, or you can at least just see when we have the next session scheduled. In the Google Calendar app. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know about video library yet. I haven't figured this out. Like I said, I just talked to this yesterday to Todd and built all this so we can do this. I'm going to be figuring out a lot of that as we go. But we are going to make these resources available for you guys in some way, shape, or form, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Brian, a process checklist. That's coming. Absolutely. Yes, I have so many things I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed. Share. Love that. Love that. Love this. Oh, Janice, if you're a platinum member and you need to use Overskill inside of Marketing Secrets AI, you have a software tab. You can always click on that and it'll bring you into your Overskill account. But just in case you don't see that or anything, just go to overskill.com and you should be able to log into your account there. By the way, holy cow, thank you. I almost forgot. If you took the platinum offer and have not been in Overskill yet, I need you guys to know you have, I think, $600 worth of credit sitting in your account right now. If you took the platinum offer and have not been inside of Overskill, what I just showed you, you have, it's yours, and you have $600 worth of credits. That is more than enough for everybody to get started. Not only get started, you have enough to build your flagship apps that you need right now today. So if you guys have that, I'd love for you to get in there tonight, play around a little bit, try to build your first app. You're probably going to have great success with it, but you'll have some questions you come tomorrow with. I can unring those bells and we are going to move, gang. We're going to fly. Let me just see the rest of this chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Awesome. Coey loves the energy. I'm glad you love that. I'm actually trying to tone it down right now. We're going to have a lot more fun in the near future. Oh, yeah, Clayton, import apps button. I got you, brother. Import apps is going to be right here. If you're ever like in an app and you want to get back to your dashboard, you click this little Overskill icon. This is the icon for this app itself. If you ever want to change those, it's really simple. You click right here, go down to settings, and then here is my app icon. I can either have AI regenerate my icon, or I can just upload a custom one myself, just in case you want to know the differences. So that's my app icon. This takes me back to my workspace. So click that, back to workspace. This is also where you can find your team members, invite them, find all of your settings, and do all the stuff right here. But I'm going to go back to my workspace because where Clayton wanted the import app button. So once you're back at your workspace, it's this button right here, just inside the prompt builder. Click import existing app and then just go through that process there. Great question, Clayton. Danita said, can we get step-by-step instructions? Yes, come back in tomorrow. I'm going to have step-by-step instructions for you, and I'm going to do that more so everybody understands that, the building, the foundations. If we get this right, everything down the line is so much easier. Join me again tomorrow, Danita. I will have that for you. Nice. Asha, can't wait to start. I love that. Brian, I don't remember exactly how many credits it is, but it's a pretty unconscious amount. It's a ton of credits. It is a ton. Nice. I think Amy's about to get in there. That's awesome. Share. It is. I do. I'm just unbelievably blessed. You'll hear me say that so much. You get annoyed by me saying it, and that's fair. I understand. But yes, I do. And this is his. You're 100% right. Yeah, Matt, 72,500. Yeah, thank you, Susan. So, gang, if you are a platinum member and you have not used Overskill, you have 72,000 credits to be able to build that app. 72,000. I think I can see some of my apps and what I've built. Yeah, a lot of my apps are 10,000 less. 10,000 and less. A lot of my apps are 10,000 credits, give or take 2, plus or minus 2,000. So they're in between 8 and 12,000 is a lot of the ones that I'm seeing. Just so you guys can see. Oh, you can see. Yes, you can see. A lot of the stuff that I'm seeing is between 10, 8 and 12, somewhere in there. So 72,000 is a pretty unconscious amount, really. It'll be everything you guys need. If you're platinum, you have this. If you're platinum, you have this. Use this. Let me help you use this. And again, as we go forward, gang, I want to use my credits. I want to use my spend. Let's build the things that you guys need for your business right now, right away. And I'm going to give that thing to you. And you start off on the best foot possible, keep your credits, and just build on top of the foundations that I'm going to give you. And let's hop back to main cam because we're going to do this constantly. So for tomorrow, big update for tomorrow. Amanda, you have them for your whole 6 months. Great questions, gang. Great questions. Great questions. Okay, cool. 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 Great questions. And I see some other cool questions like Asha about discounts and how to add more credits. There are cool things. There are really cool things. And there's so many cool things coming. So I'm going to leave that one for now. But gang, thank you for being here with us today. Love seeing this in the chat. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. I can't wait to do more of these. I love this world. I love the world of entrepreneurialism. I love the world of business ownership. And I also love the personal world too. Like I use Overskill to create apps that run my family. My wife is logged into them and she has admin access and she uses them to run our family and our house. And regardless of who you are, what got you here, or what your purpose is and what you want to get out of it, I'm really excited to build with you. I'm really excited to do the thing with you. And I'm excited to do it with you for a really, really long time. So last time, tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern. We're going to go live again tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right. Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you for the kind words. I'm very glad you guys enjoyed this all. I will let you go for now. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you, gang.